The checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
So, John, great to have you here with us, finally.
Finally.
Yes.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming over, and I recall our last meeting, maybe business-wise, media-wise meeting was in 2017, am I right?
Incroyable, I think so. I think you're right.
And we talked a lot about business, but actually we talked about art and collection, I remember from that period. And if I remember correctly, it was more about art and passion. I remember that article. So what has changed since then?
A lot of things, but I think when we have met in 2017, I just bought this strategic land at the airport.
Ah, that's a year.
I think it was 2017. Right. So last time we have met, I was bidding on this land.
Correct. It was an auction, sort of auction, bidding,
Exactly. The genesis of this project, it was a governmental auction with liabilities toward the government.
So, nowadays, can we say that it was your first major investment in country Georgia, John?
Correct.
Yeah, and it's an ibis Tbilisi airport hotel. And when did you decide to make this project happen? Now we recall that it was 2017 or 18 when you bid for the land. But up to the project, how was that?
A lot of things happens, but COVID happens, so it's delayed everything. And this ibis hotel is just the first milestone of 38,000 square feet that we are able to build. So it's the first milestone, and we are the only land owner with the government at the airport. So we are participating in the development of the airport with ADP, ADP
sure.
is a big French company who operates more than 70 airports globally, and they also operate in Tbilisi.
Correct. John, ibis Tbilisi Airport is more than hotel. It's a place to live, work, and enjoy themselves. I'm quoting from the things happening around the releases and official statements happening while it was announced and then officially opened. At the same time, it has some absolutely different scope and absolutely different design and concept. Why did you decide to go to a different way, not a simple one, as it usually happens with the hotels near the airports? Okay, near international airports as well. It's just simple block of flats.
Yes, so as you understood, we bought the land, we built it from scratch, the hotel, and we also operate the hotel. So my team and I were very hands-on this project. But our ambition for this Tbilisi Airport Hotel, it's not a traditional transit hotel experience.
Yes, correct.
The scope and concept are designed to reflect the contemporary customers and clients. And let's say the expectation of those new customers are very high today. So we are just following the vision of the CEO of Accor. Accor is one of the big French firm who operates a lot of different brands and hotels.
And your hotel as well?
Yeah, and yes, so we have a strategic partnership with them, but we operate our own hotel.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Accor is not in the management?
Accor is not in the management, correct.
But you're in a partnership?
We are in a partnership because we are following their vision to create a 360 experience for people who usually would stay only one night to stay more. So it's like a full restaurant facilities, retails, car park facilities, also rooms. We also have a gym.
Yes.
We have some yoga class, etc., etc. So we are just elevating the experience, and indeed, if I quote the Accor management, they say that aesthetically and functionally our hotel is one of the most advanced.
Well,
globally.
That's coming from Accor.
This is coming from Accor, exactly. We are very proud of this because you know, I appointed a very famous French architect named Clément Blanchet,
Yeah.
who used to be the former partner of Rem Koolhaas, which is one of the top 3 architects in the world. So, you know, keeping the budget, because we are still in a business, keeping the budget, we did I think something great with also an art collection inside, and the design and the architecture. Everything is like extremely elevated and also advanced.
Fantastic. Congrats with that. What was the initial investment in this project, and you are involved with partners, I mean, in your company, or it's just your company with some local financial funds or partners, or how it's formed? Tell me the business form and format of it.
So yes, it's my company, and we have the initial investment to buy the land was coming from me, and today we join effort with Bank of Georgia. So as you know, Bank of Georgia is the leading institution in Georgia, and it's also a company listed among the 200 biggest company listed in UK. We successfully leverage this strategic partnership with them, and I'm very proud of this, because you know Bank of Georgia don't invest anymore in hospitality.
Correct.
In Georgia. But you know, this project is more than hospitality. It's a very strategical move for us and also them, because you know at the airport there is only the government, ADP, and us.
Yeah, triple.
Exactly. So it's a French love story, you know.
So,
ADP, which is a French company, Accor also, which is a French company,
and yourself.
And myself.
Yeah. And here we are Georgians. But all the commitments to the government, it's fulfilled in time and everything. You mentioned it now in your reports and comments, what I've followed, that for you personally it was very important to make everything in timing.
Yeah, we did everything in timing. Everything is fulfilled. So all the liabilities towards the governments are fulfilled. And now we are ready for the next steps of our 38,000 meter square development. I'm sure that you know that ADP, Aéroport de Paris, is investing $120 million for the extension of the current airport. So we will contribute. We are contributing to the development of the airport.
So you will be a part of it, and you will, I mean, not as an investor, but as a hotel industry and like that, you will be a part of the infrastructure. Am I right?
Yes, correct. And we are part of the different conversation with the government and Aéroport de Paris, and we will continue. We will continue
with an ADB and TAV itself, yeah.
Correct. So the majority shareholder of TAV is now Aéroport de Paris. So
yeah, sure.
They did a whole rebrand of Aéroport de Paris.
Absolutely, 47%, if I remember correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
John, tell me, does that mean that you are still interested in Georgia as a place to invest? And what are your priorities and spheres of your interest? I mean, now you will pay more attention to this 38K plot of land,
yeah, correct,
to further development. Am I right?
I also own lands in Kobe, Gadaori, but for the moment we entirely concentrating our effort on ensuring the current success of this project.
Of this project, yeah.
I can proudly say that because we operate ourselves, we created between 50 to 100 new jobs in this area.
Wow.
And because there is nothing else at the airport, it's surprising, but I think it's one of the latest airports without an airport hotel and facilities around. And you know, as you know, like Georgia is a 3.7 million citizen country, but you are hosting more than 7 million tourists this year.
Annually,
and there is a growth. So to give you a perspective, it's more that rationally, the ratio is higher in Georgia than in France.
John, I followed some of your comments, and you were saying that just in the beginning of the hotel operating, the occupancy rate is already quite high, and you didn't expect that the occupation will be from the very beginning such a on a high rate. Is it still going, and how was the start of the hotel itself?
Yes, the start is successful. I think this month we are reaching a 64% occupancy rate.
Congrats, John. For the start, it's very good.
Thank you. For the start,
I know
it's
we
very
need
good.
more and more, but for the start, it's very good.
Yeah, no, it's very good. It's very good. And despite the crisis and despite a lot of different things, I see Georgia. I see the value that brings Georgia in the Silk Road countries, exactly like the value that brings Switzerland in Europe. So I really believe in Georgia in the short term, and
Long term as well.
in long term as well. Exactly.
Tell me about and share some business activities and your future plans. You said that at least in Georgia, you're going to be fully focused on the airport hotel infrastructure development together with ADB and other stakeholders who are involved there. Around 120 million investment happening from the French investors in Tbilisi International Airport. But can we consider yourself as an entrepreneur, who is investing in various directions worldwide? And are you still art collector as well or not?
I have other day-to-day activities in Europe. I am running art and tech venture, but my approach is keenly focused on identifying opportunities where I can truly bring values. And specifically in Georgia, my future plan involve to focus on the development of the airport and also the overlands that I purchased a couple of years ago.
Good luck, John, and hope to see you soon. And it's not going to be the same big pause for the years what we used to have before this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Giorgi.
Good luck.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.